Everybody, thank you for joining me. This is Jasmine with Ethereal Pathways. I'm going to do another channel collective message to see what messages need to come out for the collective at this time for your highest and greatest good that will assist you on your healing and ascension journey. I've already cleansed the space as I always do with Palo Santo and some prayers before I started recording, but take what resonates for you, as I always say, and leave what doesn't for somebody else, because I may channel different signs of confirmation, words of confirmation, messages for different people, okay? And not everything may resonate for you, but again, take what resonates for you, what does, and leave it for somebody else, what doesn't. So, and also, it doesn't matter when I post this message. If you were pulled to this video, then there was the message in here for you. I do believe in that. I don't believe in coincidences. I always have the intention when I create these channel messages and when I post them that they will reach the people that need to see them to get the messages, no matter when, however long it's been since I posted it. I do believe there's a message in here if you're pulled to this message. Okay, so might take a few moments of silence to tap into the energy in the messages. I'm getting the word mantra. I don't know if some of you are being guided to speak certain mantras to assist in clearing or reprogramming blockages, chakra blockages, or mindset, negative mindset beliefs. Again, take what resonates for you. Or you may be guided to speak certain mantras, okay? Just always use your intuition with these messages. I always say that. So if something doesn't resonate for you when I say it and it doesn't feel like that's in alignment, or if something pulls you about something I say, use your intuition. You may be, again, these are 4 signs of confirmation as well. So a lot of you may have already been being pulled to certain things that I might speak or say, and this is just your sign of confirmation to trust your own intuition. I've heard this a couple times and I wanted clarification, just, if it was supposed to come back to me. And I heard chakra alignment. I'm writing that down. Chakra alignment and clearing. So a lot of us in the collective are working on, or being guided to work on, clearing out those blockages in your chakra systems. And if you're new to spirituality, you don't know what chakras are, they are energy centers throughout your body that basically is the place where the soul integrates with the physical body. Okay. It helps the integration with the emotional side of your, soul, and the physical side, the body. So it assists in the integration of this experience that we have here in this reality, in this life. So, and if you have blockages in one or more chakras, which most of us do, during our life, that could be, trapped emotions from trauma, from pain, from heartache, limited mindset beliefs about yourself, or negative mindset beliefs about yourself or others. It could also be about money, like limited mindset beliefs about money and finances, abundance in general. And stability, your stability in this life, like as far as your foundation and things. So if you're feeling very unstable in one or more parts of your life, like whether your finances are unstable or you feel emotionally unstable, then that's usually a sign of a blockage or a clearing that needs to happen, or is in the process of trying to be cleared. But again, use your intuition. So that is something that I feel like is going to be a focus for this message, but we'll see what else comes out. There may be other messages. Hearing owl, and that may be a spirit animal. Maybe you're seeing a lot of owls in different places. Again, you can look up the spiritual meaning of the owl. I believe it's about like hidden wisdom and wisdom. We got Mark Smith, triathlon. Again, take what words resonate for you and leave what doesn't for somebody else, because it may be different words for different people. They're going to be watching this video, and this goes for future too. A bow and arrow, and like what I'm seeing is, that I feel like that Mark Smith and that bow and arrow, probably go together with what I'm feeling. And it's like, okay, so some of you may not resonate as being a Sagittarius or having that prominently in your birth chart, but, Sagittarius is half man, half animal. And, carries is the archer. They carry a bow and arrow to, shoot their shot with precision and hit the target. Something about that. We'll see what else comes out. I mean, maybe archery will resonate for some of you again. it could be multiple messages for these words for different people. Sorry, I'm grabbing different stones to work with here. I do that sometimes with my messages. Sometimes I'm guided to do different things. So I don't know if some of you are experiencing um, ear pressure or vertigo or like partially blocked ears. Like maybe there's pressure or water retention in the ear, middle ear. But again, take what resonates for you. And I always say, don't take all the advice, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might need to be seen by a physician. However, what I'm getting with this to share is you may be having ascension symptoms. Okay. And your third eye is being like you're getting a lot of information when you're sleeping in the astral. And so if you're waking up with like a blocked ear, it sometimes could be related, again, take it how it resonates. It sometimes can be related to you getting a lot of high frequency information downloads in your sleep and messages from the divine and your guides and angels in your sleep. And maybe you're communicating with them in your sleep in the astral, or you know what I mean, in the higher realms when you're asleep. And a lot of that information, that frequency is coming in through your third eye chakra, and it could be creating some ascension symptoms of some blockages there. So, you can work on grounding that to help release the pressure. But again, if you need to go to be seen by a physician, I'd always say that, if it's like a persistent issue, that could be something you may need to go be seen about by a professional, a physician. But if this is just an off and on kind of thing that you're getting lately, it could also be an ascension symptom of, there's like a blockage or a lot of information coming in and you need to ground it. You need to ground yourself, your body. Okay, down, maybe Ozark Mountains, also here in Mississippi. Here in, I believe this is the word drain. Like maybe some of you are feeling drained at this time. And it, again, could be ascension symptom, but also it could be who's in your energy, who are you giving your time and attention to that could be draining your energy. Maybe look at where you've been spending your energy around people or for people or, doing things for people. Again, I'm not talking in particular about, I mean, I could be, but I feel like there's some people near you that you could be engaging with maybe on a regular basis, and they may be draining your energy too. So you got to be, what I'm getting is just be vigilant about where you're putting your focus, like your thoughts and your energy, your actions, who you're giving that to, and make sure you give to yourself and create that balance. Make sure you set aside time for yourself so you can have a full cup to give from before you give to others, okay? And that's just a message for somebody. Again, take it if it resonates for you. If you've been feeling that way, it could be ascension symptoms, and or at the same time, it could also be you're overgiving to people, places, and things. Could be a job, it could be people. Again, take it out how it resonates. And you're being asked to look at that and try to balance that with giving back to yourself, self-love, time alone, time doing things you enjoy. Give yourself a bubble bath, whatever it is that gives back to yourself, and you make that time for yourself every day. Because if you don't do that, you will be, because you're not giving to yourself first, and you'll have an empty cup you'll be given from, or it won't be full. So always try to, make yourself the priority and try to keep that balance there. In the number 17, but also 717, 711. You may be seeing these signs, these repeating numbers, or they may resonate for you in some way. 86, 71. I feel like it's like a mixture of sevens and ones, like in different, different placements, like the sevens and ones that some of you may be seeing. Spirit, I'm seeing a baby goat. Okay. I don't know if that will resonate for somebody. Okay, I'm being brought back to that message of the overgiving and being drained. I feel like also with this, there's another message here that, again, look at who you're giving to and see if they are giving back reciprocally. Okay, because that overgiving thing came back up. And I feel like there may be some people that have a habit of taking too much in your life, and you're being guided to look at those people, like look at how, you look back at your interactions and introspect and think, have they given equally the time money, whatever it is that you have been giving to this person. And if, you can address it with them, if you feel guided to, again, use your intuition. And if they don't change, then you need to probably set up some boundaries there. I mean, I'm just getting a message for somebody about that. So I feel like somebody could be draining your essence, your energy, which is very powerful, by the way. I mean, that's a real thing. People can do that. It's like an energy vampire thing. And they can create with your essence, especially if you're a divine feminine and you're going through an ascension journey. Your creation energy, your sacral energy is very potent. And the more you rise in frequency and vibration, the more potent it is for creation. And it'll give people energy and it'll give them that creative inspiration and they can take from you. And that's something that you need to do for yourself. And maybe you're not doing, and you're giving it to somebody else. You're giving your power away, literally giving your power and energy away to people that maybe don't deserve it or are not giving back reciprocally in your life. So you may be guided to look at that, okay? That's something that's very, and I can tell you from experience, I was there too, and I continually have to do that, introspection, periodically to check who am I giving to? Are they giving back reciprocally? No, I'm not living in a constant state of fear, but I do try to do that at least regularly, like once a month or something, try to think back in my interactions if I'm feeling, guided to on certain people that I'm giving to, because I don't give to very many people now. And there's a reason for that. I was guided to do that through my ascension journey. I was guided to be put more in hermit mode and isolate and heal and learn to give to myself and learn to receive, because that's something that I had to learn because I was too busy nurturing and loving and helping others, because that's who I am. I have a wonderful giving heart and I was over giving to others and I didn't realize that. So you may be guided to do that. Like go back and look where you're over giving and maybe take stock of that and then try to address it. Maybe you can talk to those people and maybe create boundaries or just distance yourself and then let them know, hey, I need, you to give some more. If they give you some issues, well, then you kind of have your answer about whether you were right or not. Okay. Because usually people that when you start pulling away your power and your attention from them, if they are, benefiting from that and they don't want to give reciprocally, then they will fight it. And they will throw up a fight. So that will tell you your answer right there a lot of times. Again, you can use your intuition, but it'll tell you your answer about whether you were right or not. Okay. Because they'll show themselves when you start creating boundaries and pulling back your energy and focusing more on yourself. They will feel it and they'll start trying to come back around and get it because they need it. They get used to feeding on it. And then when they can't get it, they will like go through withdrawals in a way. It's kind of how it goes. So I had to learn that the hard way, even with my twin flame. I had to learn that. And I wasn't awake to it until it just dawned on me one day. God just opened up my insight and dropped a truth bomb in my third eye. And then a clear, it just boom, it just showed it to me how he was feeding off my energy and creating with it and staying stuck and stagnant and just staying where he was at because I was allowing it and giving to him when he wasn't reciprocally giving back. And so I had to learn that and create boundaries and, cut him off. And I'm still cut off to this day from that moment. Anything else spirit needs to come through. No, I feel like this is like the main message, but I do feel that there is something heavy. Like there's something heavy. I feel like it needs to come through. Spirit, what is this regards to? I just literally heard someone has it out for you. So again, use your intuition. You may already have been feeling this, and this is just your sign of confirmation. Someone has it out for you. And I try not to, hit in the, lower vibrational messages or whatever, but I feel like this needed to come out for somebody as a sign of confirmation. If you've been feeling like somebody has had it out for you and maybe they're manipulating things behind the scenes and taking or something, there's something going on there. It's a little bit malicious, okay? Like a traitor in your midst, and then maybe they're smiling to your face or they're not showing themselves. But it's like there's jealousy and there's taking and there's manipulation trying to maybe, oh my gosh, could be a scapegoat. They could be making you a scapegoat for something to try to get back at you because of jealousy and or some kind of revenge or something. They feel like you did them wrong some way. And you may not have even intentionally done anything, or you know what I mean? But I feel like This is for somebody. Somebody's got it out for you. And again, use your intuition. If this doesn't feel right, if it doesn't resonate, it's not for you. This is for somebody else. But I feel like this is a sign of confirmation for whoever's hearing this. You've been suspecting this about a particular person or a group of people. I feel like this is for you, that someone has had it out for you due to jealousy. And just watch out for that. Stay as innocent as doves and as wise as serpents. Keep your nose clean. Don't step into their trap. You know what I mean? Don't let that trigger you into a response that will make you look guilty. You know what I mean? I feel like that's just the message that needs to come through. Stay as innocent as doves, but cautious and wise as serpent with this situation. Just know that this is your sign of confirmation. And I feel like, Archangel Michael has already been on it and working behind the scenes on this to try to protect whatever this is trying to come at you to try to take you down. And just know that you're highly protected. You're being protected. I feel like somebody's got a bit of a mission here on this earth at this time. And there's some forces trying to come against, and people are being used. So again, don't try to be triggered into response to fall basically into their trap because that's what they want. Just know that it's going on and just continue to walk your path in faith and is innocent, and don't react to it. Don't give to it. Okay. Because that's what feeds that, is that anger and all that. Don't feed into that. It's a trap. Okay. Let's see. Spirit, I feel like there's other messages too that need to come through, maybe for love messages or something else needs to come through. I'm just going to pull a few cards here and see what comes through. Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective at this time? I've already pre-shuffled this as I try to do. What other messages need to come through for the collective at this time? Whoa, I just flipped out. Okay. Archangel Uriel, maybe also be working with some of you at this time. Divine illumination, wisdom, truth, enlightenment, prophecy. That could also be about this situation. Okay. And showing you where you're given. They can be illuminating these people, places, and things that are behind the scenes manipulating, okay, things trying to come at you, okay, that you're not guilty of, okay? So just know that you're being shown this. I feel like some of you are being shown this, or you're going to be shown who it is. And look at this. This came out too. We are guiding you. This is like past on loved ones and your angels, but this is on the other side of that. That's the only one double-sided card I have. And it says cardinals. You may be seeing cardinals or hearing the cardinals, like out in nature, and you may be hearing they make that noise and their song. Signs for departed loved ones or angelic presence. A sign of hope and new beginnings. Embrace confidence and healthy boundaries. Again, the healthy boundaries came out. I don't think that's a coincidence. Again, I don't think it's a coincidence that, these are coming out, okay, as signs of confirmation, okay? You're being looked out for. So don't fear. I got signs of goosebumps down my left side. Thank you, Spirit. Don't fear, could happen, or, keep your faith in, God and the divine, and stay as innocent and wise as serpents, okay? But you get your protection, also you get grounded and get your protection, and, continue to pray for protection. Okay. But they are guiding you. Your angels, archangels are protecting you and working to illuminate things in your path right now. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? I'm just shuffling for another 3 times. I don't know why I was guided to. Okay. What else, Spirit, needs to come out for the collective at this time? Please and thank you. Anything else needs to come out for the collective at this time? Horse. Look at that. Sagittarius. Remember I picked up on the half man, half horse archer? I don't know if some of you may resonate as a Sagittarius or have it prominently in your chart, like your sun, moon, rising, or ascendant sign, or Venus, something like that. Or horses may be significant. You may have a horse. You may love horses. Or the energy of the horse, freedom, running and freeing yourself. Personal drive, freedom, unbridled power, stamina, courage, and emotional capacity to overcome obstacles. Trust your instincts, break through limitations, and go forward. So that's what the horse means, like spiritually, a spiritual significance of that. Anything else, Spirit? Any other signs of confirmation for the collective at this time? I just felt this was like a very heavy, message of protection for a group of you out there, maybe going through some stuff. Okay. And it's your sign of confirmation. Just trust in the divine and continue to pray and ground yourself and keep yourself as innocent, as a dove. Thank you, Spirit. Any other signs of confirmation that need to come out at this time? Please and thank you. There's 2 of them. Okay. So 222 alignment. You may be seeing this number synchronicity. I'll write it down as another number synchronicity. 222 alignment, harmony, and trust in divine timing. Let go of control. Have patience. Go with the flow. Meaningful partnership approaching or strengthening. Okay. You may have one in your life already, a relationship that, or you may be alone and single and there is going to be one coming in. Okay. Number 5 card. You may be seeing 5s. Okay. 5s. I'll put that down. The Hierophant in the tarot, masculine energy. Again, this is just energies. You don't have to be masculine presence or gender. I mean, tradition is very traditional person, spiritual wisdom, conformity, religion, rules like religion or religious community, being a person that's more of a mentor, person that likes commitment, okay, and marriage. So this may be this may be a side message for some of you that you have again, this has been coming out a lot, a divine partnership coming in, if it hasn't already shown up, but I feel like it's coming uh, in the future here. Again, this is current energy, what I'm picking up on, okay? The Hierophant, somebody that wants commitment with you is going to be in alignment with you. And I feel like there's some forces that are against this union coming in, okay? That could be a lot of what I'm picking up on here. I feel like giving up. This has been coming out a lot lately. I feel like a lot of you are either feeling this or someone connected to you is feeling like giving up, okay? That's like that came out yesterday too. So don't give up. If you're feeling like giving up, keep moving forward, okay? Keep moving forward. I feel like, oh, that one just flipped over. I feel like somebody needed to hear that, or somebody near you is feeling this way, that maybe they're not feeling like this, that they can rise to the occasion to come into this union that you're connecting with, okay? You have the most beautiful heart, so someone wanted to let you know. I feel like this is passed on loved ones, but also somebody else connected to you. This could be this future partner coming in. Could be romantic, or it could be platonic, okay? But I feel like it's more of a romantic energy I'm picking up on. Feels that you have the most beautiful heart, and I feel like that's passed on loved ones too. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope this gave you some sign of confirmations and helped you in some way. Please help me out by commenting, subscribing. And you could even hit the share button and copy link, and you don't have to share it. It also helps the algorithm on my channel to show it in front of more people so that more people can get these messages that need to see them. Okay, so I appreciate all of your love and support, and I hope you join me for a future reading and I can assist you again. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day.